The introduction of the religion of Islam traces back to the mid-7th century, when Prophet Muhammad started preaching Islamic learnings to his followers. In the second half of 7th century and beginning of 8th century, the religion of Islam had widely spread to the rest of the world, such as the Middle East, Asia, North and Eastern parts of Africa. Fearing of persecution and so as to escape from idol worshippers of the Quraysh, Prophet Muhammad's followers migrated to Ethiopia. The then King Arma received and allowed them to dwell wherever they wished. They stayed in Ethiopia in peace and comfort, and to practice their religion undisturbed. The peaceful settlement of the Muslim migrants and the growing commercial relationship between Ethiopia and the Arabians along the Red Sea coast, Gulf of Aden, and Zela had also paved the way for the introduction of the religion of Islam, particularly to the southeastern parts of the country. The formation of Islamic states, particularly in the southeastern parts of the country, for instance, the ancient towns of Ifat, Fatgar, Dauro, Harari, and others is a landmark in the history of the religion of Islam. Some are perished, others survive due to several socio and political factors. Harala, an ancient commercial town in the eastern parts of Ethiopia, could be mentioned, the one which is mysterious but not fully uncovered. The town of Dredwa, one of the oldest, and the place where one can find the heritage of prehistorical caves and works of inscriptions. Located at 15 kilometers from the town of Dredwa, the ancient commercial town of Harala is found. It's also situated on a hilly terrain between two small Wabi rivers and built for the most part on the right side of the present road to Dengago.
Well, actually this site of Harala, which is situated just a few kilometers from Diredawa, has been visited by a number of scholars in the recent decades and most especially in the recent years. Phalange as well as Ethiopian scholars have been visiting this site, mentioning various number of artifacts such as ruins, mosque, ancient mosque, Arabic coins, also recent coins, and also small stone objects that have not been yet identified. A walled town, but now ruined, reflects its ancient civilization and once the capital of Harlan Kingdom. It was also linked with neighboring settlements and the highland of Charger Mountain. Harala was one of the ancient commercial centers between the 7th and 13th century. Due to these commercial ties along the Red Sea in the port of Dela, the highland, lowland, and Nilotic cultures of Ethiopia have mixed with the cultures of Arabia, India, and the Far East. There are about 10 localities in the present-day Harala, whereby archaeological research is not conducted.
Research confirms about the existence of coins in Harala with different origins.
What we have concerning Harala is actually a small number of Arabic inscriptions dating back to the 15th century, 14th and 15th century AD, as well as a number of coins that were apparently minted in Egypt or Yemen in the 14th and 15th century. That's what we have for the moment.
Even the present dwellers confirm this.
In our daily activities, like farming and house construction, we often find various archaeological remains of the past that belongs to the Harala people. For instance, this one is a seal. The Harala people used some 700 years before.
Interestingly, a stone calendar is the one, but there is an archaeological debate whether this material is a real calendar or not. This invites archaeologists for further study. Once in the past, Harala was a well-designed tourist town with a strong economy. Remains of tracing in the settlement indicates the people's concern for cultivation of the land. Commanding centers of the Harala kingdom, but now ruined, are also observed.
The existing document gives us that they were a follower of Faki Saleh during Hamdasion and follower of Ahmed Ibrahim Grany in 16th century, and later on Muhammad Jassa in the 16th century. These are what we know. As the soldiers, they were active, especially during wars of Ahmed Grany. They used to have the right flank in his army, and so they were active force of Ahmed Grany.
With archaeological findings, weaving, pottery, glass, wood and ironwork, farming, cattle breeding and mining were some of the activities of the peoples of Harala. Harala, the ancient town, was also an administrative and religious center. Probably, it had also its own minted coins, made of copper. In the ruined town of Harala, a 40-meter deep water reservoir dates back to some 400 years is seen. A great number of graves, having remains of human bones, have been discovered in the hilly areas of the town of Harala. There is uncertainty about the decline of Harala, but according to researchers, social factor is the one. However, the unfavorable climatic condition was also a major challenge to the people. The growing need of housing construction, with a growing number of settlers, is believed to be one of the factors for the shortage of archaeological sources about Harala. Eventually, the ancient commercial town of Harala is a unique resource for Ethiopia in general, for Dredwa and Harar in particular.
We have to the role of scholars, either they are Ethiopian or foreigners, is to document the better possible to document these archaeological sites for increasing their heritage significance and value. Because I think that most of Ethiopia is very well known for a number of very important sites, such as Aksum, Lalibela, and also now a number of Muslim sites in this country. And there is a very important potential for tourism development, and I think this is what we have to do. This is our duty.
The Italian professor Domenico Patassini, a leading researcher who paid a visit to Harala, describes the historical importance of Harala and the need to preserve this unique heritage in his edition, Museum for Harala. The awareness about Harala's historical importance is little. Hence, this unique heritage needs